And the following sutra numbers that I provide is based on the primary commentary, that is Vyasa Bhashya, which I mentioned earlier. And see, there are 4 chapters which are called as a Pada. Pada means quarter, 1/4. So 4 padas, 4 quarters make one whole. So in Yoga Sutras also, so it is a pada by pada approach. So it is a gradual unfoldment. It is not that all knowledge are dumped at one time itself. So slow unfoldment, 1/4 by 1/4 by 1/4. Slowly we unravel and understand and imbibe the wisdom therein. So, and also it is not the very expression of pada also means kramu pada means there is a pada padyate means padr gatau. Pada also is a word to indicate the feet, which means that which moves. So it also indicates some progress towards destination. So the pada has 2 meanings. One is 1/4. So there are 4 chapters. So 4 quarters. In 4 quarters, the knowledge of yoga becomes complete. So the word pada also means the legs. So 4 legs or 4 padas means a slow, which indicates a progress, a movement, a gati, and not any stagnation. So these are the 2 senses that can be derived from the word pada, but the former is more complete in the sense that quarter by quarter we understand and move towards the completion. So the 4 chapters are of Pātañjala Yoga Sutra: the Samadhi pada, the Sadhana pada, the Vibuti pada, and Kaivalya pada. The number of sutras therein, according to Vyasa Bhashya, is also given here: 51, 55, again 55 and 34. And you can see that the first chapter, the chapters are named after the predominant content therein. So the first quarter or the first division of Yoga Sutra is a major division is about Samadhi, the very high state of absorption of the mind in a great object of focus. Purely, fundamentally, it is the consciousness into which the mind should be absorbed into, overcoming all distractions. That great state of concentration, absorption, that absorption of the mind into the object of focus. So that is stated to be in a simple terms. We will see, of course, the definitions and elaborations in this regard in due course. But that is Samadhi. So what is the state of Samadhi? What are all the divisions of, what are the levels of the states of Samadhi that are achieved by yogic practices? So all that is discussed, the purpose, the definition of yoga as such is also found in the first chapter. And then, of course, it doesn't mean that it doesn't contain other contents. It also has prescriptions to practice also therein. But the major content therein is about Samadhi. Then we come to the Sadhana pada. Sadhana is the methods or the tools towards achieving the goal. So sadhana means the methods or the ardent practice, ardent methods of practice. So that is sadhana. If siddhi is the goal, sadhana is the means. So the second chapter is called Sadhana Pada, because in this section there is great elaboration about the various approaches, various techniques, various tools of yoga. They are elaborated in the second chapter. The Kriyā Yoga, the Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. So the discussion on that basically comes in this chapter, and also this is the major content, and also the major divisions or the classifications, the organization or the view of yoga about the world as such, the various classifications and categories of the universe according to yoga. So that is also found the Prakriti, Purusha, the evolutes, etc. So that is also found elaborated, discussed in, of course, there are indications in the first chapter also, that is that discussion also continues in this second chapter. That aspect is also discussed along with the predominant content of the tools or the sadhanas or the various kinds of yogic practices. And then the third chapter is called as the Vibuti Pada. Vibuti refers to great experiences, that is suprasensory experiences, and then all those divine yogic powers that are attained at the realm of superior knowledge, extrasensory knowledge, extrasensory perceptions, and also extraordinary capabilities that are attained by the body. So the physical body also attains extraordinary capabilities. The mind also attains extraordinary capabilities by the yogic practices, which presents the great potential of yoga, the great unfoldment that can happen in our human existence. We consider ourselves as a limited being with limited capabilities, but the practice of yoga in this chapter is indicated to help unfold, unravel greater human possibilities, greater powers that reside within. So those are elaborated. What are all the great potentials that lie hidden beneath this superficial surface of our human existence? They are expounded and explained and elaborated in this third chapter, that is Vibhuti Pada. And then the fourth chapter is Kaivalya Pada. Kaivalya is the establishment of the consciousness in its own pure state, not being distracted or diverted or wrongly portrayed by the mind. When the mind's activity settles down and then almost rolls back into its causal state, when the mind rolls back into its causal state, it is the pure consciousness that alone remains. So that is the aloneness or the aloofness of the consciousness. That is Kevala or Kaivalya state. So that final state of the consciousness, of the ultimate pure establishment of the consciousness in its pure state. So that is Kaivalya. We will see more about it in our discussions. So doubts regarding that, various other views from, especially from the system of Buddhism. So questions are raised in that regard about the nature of the world, nature of the mind, nature of the ultimate reality. All these are questioned, and then all those are responded, so that the mind settles down about the ultimate state to be reached according to yoga. That is Kaivalya, the establishment of consciousness in its pure nature. So that is presented in the Kaivalya Pada, which is the shortest among the chapters, that is 34, but very profound. Needs a lot of discussion and elaboration, and inputs are to be drawn from the commentaries to understand the content expressed herein. So with these 4 chapters, so Yoga Sutra has 195 sutras, and in the subsequent sessions, we will go sutra by sutra, predominantly depending upon the commentary of sage Vyasa, and also the insights on the Yoga Sutras given by Swami Vivekananda also in his great commentary called Raja Yoga on the Yoga Sutras.